Welcome back to another segment of At Home Arts with Katlin and Rebekah.
If you've missed any of our previous segments, please check us out and follow us on any social media platform at The Star Center.
As you can tell, today our whole segment is going to be on easy art projects to do around your home. As you can see, we're in our art room. Our tables are covered up with brown paper that people usually cover bulletin boards up with. So feel free to take your newspapers or anything like that to cover your tables just to protect your furniture in your house.
We highly encourage that.
Yes.
As you could see, there's art remnants all
Yes.
over our paper. Our first art project for today is very simple. All it requires is some tissue paper cut up, a piece of cardstock. We used white today, but it could be any color, and a glue stick. You can also use, if you have at home, liquid glue or Mod Podge. So all I'm going to do is take the glue stick, rub it on the paper. And for ease purposes, I'm just using one color today, but please feel free to use as many colors or patterns as you like. And all you gotta do is put it on the glue and tap it down. Be prepared to have sticky hands. I will admit that right away. So as you can see, this is my very basic demonstration for today, but you could come out to have a whole Mod Podge, what is this, an Easter egg?
Yeah.
And so it could be all different, all themed. Like we talked about in a previous segment about doing Easter cards or anything like that. This would be a great, easy craft, and not as supervision not as required. Easy, right?
Yeah. You could also use construction paper. I cut it up into slips of different pieces of paper and do a mosaic artwork that way as well. So the next thing we're going to show you is if you have magazines around your house that you need to get rid of, have your kids go through and cut clippings of a certain topic so they can cut out foods, places, activities, or whatever. And this is an example of something our group has done, is like places that you want to visit and things that you want to eat. So you can just get a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a poster size. It can be a small piece of paper as well. And then have them glue down different things that they would like to eat or go, or things they would like to do, and reminisce on the time while you're in quarantine.
It's sort of like, you could make it like a vision board.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Do goal planning for your locked in time, your quarantine isolation time.
100%.
But all of this is do it how you want. Our next project involves paint. So again, precautionary measures be taken. But another familiar household item is the Q-tip. And so all you do, we've got some paint pre-poured. Take your Q-tip again with the, don't go super heavy on it, and dot yourself some art. And I'm gonna do a couple of dots here and just show you. I guess I can use the other side of that, huh? That would have been smart. And so I can show you what it looks like. It's very simple. Hopefully easy cleanup for the little ones. It's just Q-tips. You can chuck them away when you're done. So that's what it looks like. You can, with this, also use some masking tape or painter's tape, whatever you have at home, and do some resist. And so you'll tape down on your paper. Put your tape down on your paper, and then paint over it. And so then as soon as you're done painting, you can pull out the tape. And so like this is one that we've done in groups before. They spelled out love for Valentine's Day. So the tape was the letters, and they painted around it. Something easy, simple.
Yes, so the next thing we're going to do is make these cool coffee filter flowers. So they're super easy. All you need is some coffee filters, which we know parents are drinking lots of coffee, so a lot of people have coffee filters. Pipe cleaners, they're not a necessity, but you can also use popsicle sticks as the stem, or you can not use popsicle sticks. You can use bread ties and just tie the flower and just let it be a flower without a stem. That totally works too.
What about a straw?
Or a straw.
As a stem.
Yeah, you could stick the flower into the straw. So all you need is markers, coffee filters really, and water. So what you'll do is for this, you only have to color half of the coffee filter. So I'm just going to real quick color half of it.
Lay
you
it
can
flat,
do a cool design. You don't have to fold it quite yet until after you color it. And so I'm just doing some. All right, so I colored it halfway. All right, you're gonna fold it in half. It doesn't matter which way you fold it. You're gonna spray it with water. Or drench it in water, and you'll watch the colors bleed onto each side as it bleeds through. I will say, if you have gloves, use gloves, as I am not using some right now. The markers will eventually come out of your skin, but they will dye your skin a little bit.
Back to non-toxic, washable materials.
So it'll just unfold throughout this if you just let it sit. I'm not letting it sit long enough. But it'll color it. You'll let it lay out like this and dry. And then once it's dry, you'll turn it into a flower. And so super simple.
So when it's dry, how do you fold it?
Once it's dry, we don't have a place to
Just
put this.
It'll be all right.
You just take it and you pinch it
In
in the middle and just kind of fold it around until you have the size, like the kind of flower you want.
Little flower shape you want.
So like that. So pinch it in the middle and then squish it around.
So then if you do have a pipe cleaner, it just wraps around. I see here on this one, just wraps around the little nub that you made when you fold it.
Correct.
And then you've got a flower.
A little flower stem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so our next project, again, with the easy household items you've got. This one requires straws, cardstock, any kind of paper, really. We're fans of cardstock because of the heavier weight, and some tape, because we are going to tape, what do we have? 6 straws together. And I guess in theory you could do any number.
Right. As many as you want.
So, you're easy enough. Just pull out the little tape, wrap it. We have ours wrapped twice. Once just above the stretchy part, the bendy part of the straw. Simple, simple. Wrapped it around. And then once again on the other end, I guess we'll say. Then where the straws bend them. I feel like that sounds obvious, but you know, it's an art project. So we're gonna bend them out a little bit. The one, oops, don't pull the one in the middle out. And you can rearrange it. You can arrange it in any pattern you like. So you've got mine, it's sort of like a star shape. What you do with your paint pre-poured, my suggestion is probably a paper plate or a styrofoam plate to have on it.
Space.
And back to the make sure all of your things are flat and even when you tape them together, like we talked about in the previous segment. So dip it in the paint and then flat on the paper. I'm trying to be really not messy about it, but you can be as messy or as not messy as you like. So here we've got, sort of looks like a flower or a
That's
firework.
what I was thinking. Yeah, you could do fireworks, flowers. So take a green marker, draw a stem, and it'd be a flower. Or you can just do cool, like little splatter lines around the paper. Really easy, just makes a cool little,
a different design.
Little design.
Something simple. Again, if you change the number of straws, you know, it'll all, everything affects the result. But it's all cool.
So during this time, you probably have a lot of paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls. And in a previous segment, we did the bunny stamp. And so what you can do here is take this and see how you can build sculptures. See how kids can uniquely stack them or build them into a different structure.
Competition,
right. But also you can do circle art. So you can take the toilet paper roll, dip it into paint, and once again make sure your rim, and then just do circle dots around. And then another thing too is to give a different size is you could use a bigger cup that has this bigger rim.
Sorry, definitely didn't pour that paint big enough for you.
That's okay. And then,
ooh, I like that.
And then you have circle art. So they can just stamp circles all around and make cool little pieces of art. And all it is a toilet paper roll and a cup.
And a paper cup. Look at that, simple. All right, our next thing is maybe an activity you did and you yourself did in elementary school or your elementary schoolers have done, but I have heard it referred to as one-line art. So again, on a piece of paper, we've used cardstock, but you just draw one line and then your child or whoever creates an image around it. So when I saw this, my first thought was a dinosaur. So I'm going to sit here and draw a little dinosaur. I don't know, I think it could also be a swan, maybe.
Oh, yeah, swan.
You know, but it might turn out to be a swan because I can't draw.
It's totally a swan.
Whatever.
Something
No,
like
look,
that.
now we're going to
it's a snake.
Okay, well, Katlin,
Or a dragon?
I don't know what it's going to be, but it's turning out, maybe it's just a snake. And so, look, I need some eyeballs and then we'll be good. Easy peasy, but it gets their creative minds going and simple and fun. That's all we're out here for.
Simple, fun. All right, so this is another thing called aluminum
Foil.
I forgot the word. Art. So everyone has aluminum foil in their house. And so this adds like a different kind of tactile stimulation for your kiddos. It has a different feel than paper and also is going to give it a different texture. So you can use two different materials on this aluminum foil. You can use paint and you can also use Sharpie. So we're going to use paint first and you just do some cool looking, and it's going to make it look like watercolor when you're doing it on the paper, on the aluminum foil, because it's a different texture.
Can you paint on either side?
I forgot there were different sides. I'm sure you can. Yeah. Okay. As we
look, trial and error. It's all
so both sides
works.
Yeah.
We're gonna fold that.
So you can definitely do something with that with paint, but you can also take Sharpies. I know not everyone has colorful Sharpies, but you can also do cool artwork on on aluminum foils using Sharpies. So you can just create a design and then
it looks like a graph.
it is flatten the curve, friends. Flatten the curve. So it's just a different kind of thing, just using a different tactile, and then you can use this for anything. I mean, you could cover a coaster. You could I'm trying to think of other things you can do with it, but
simple cleanup.
Just simple cleanup, easy to use. You don't even have to have paper. So we're thinking about people who might not have paper in their house as well. So just things that you can use. Well, that covers all of the art that we have planned today. And so if you have any questions, feel free to ask and we'll try to answer as many as we can. And also don't forget to check out our Pinterest page, At Home Art. Oh, it's the Star Center. The board is called At Home Arts. And you can find way more art projects to do at home during this time. Thank you so much and we hope that you have a great day. Bye.